What's up? Welcome to the Tabletop Nights. My name is Victor. Today we have the special Kickstarter exclusive unboxing of Moonrakers. Again, this is an exclusive to me. Everybody that backed it on the Kickstarter campaign that got that tier is getting this bad boy. This thick, beautiful bad boy. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be a much smaller game. And again, maybe just the normal retail version will be, or the normal version of it will be. I'm actually not sure. But this was a big surprise that it is quite a large game. And it made me even just more excited. So to IV Studios, I believe that is. It's IV, like sort of like four Roman numeral studios. Good work. They ran a really solid campaign. Over 6,000 backers. They smashed their goal, obviously. And it was a beautiful campaign as well. They were really, they kept everyone up to date. They did playthroughs and everything so you could see how it was played, sort of stealing the job from us, actually. But let's quickly read the blurb. So, about Moonrakers. Moonrakers is a competitive deck-building game set in a spacefaring universe. Players form a loose band of mercenaries that build temporary alliances to accomplish contracts, all vying to become the leader of the Moonrakers. So the reason why I got it is I really like deck building games, but there's a lot of talk during your turn. So that's one thing that they really concentrate on in that campaign is when it's not your turn, you'll still be interacting with other players and building alliances and then breaking those alliances later on to get ahead potentially. So it's 1 to 5 players, 60 minutes to 120 minutes playtime, so at least they're honest. That's what you'll get with smaller companies. You'll get probably the honest playtime length, as opposed to sort of zombie side. They're always like, you'll be finished in half an hour, and then it takes like 10 hours to finish one story. So it's a space theme, which I love. Obviously, you're setting up, what is it? Spacefaring universe, they say. Absolutely right up my alley. I love the space theme, and that's something I really want to get into the board game world more of, is more space theme, because it's one of my favorites in movies, and I don't know why I don't play more space board games. All the ones that I do, I really love, like Planet Unknown, which hasn't released yet, but it's on Tabletop Simulator. Even the Catan Starfarers I really loved, and then we had Red Alert that we played a few years ago on the channel. All right, so lid came off quite easily actually. This it's a heavy box. Look at this. Oh, this is a fat rule book. Moonrakers exclusive edition for Kickstarter. So this is actually a really nice. Let me move this back a little bit so it fits a bit more in. So, oh yes, look at this. Very beautiful. So you've got color coordinated sections. I love to see that. Red is game setup, gameplay for green, and then what's blue? It is glossary. So we'll keep this aside here because it might have all the components, which we'll need because you know me, I'm never that good with the components. I'm always like, what's this? We have a comic book by the looks of it. Let's open this up. Yep, a comic book, which is really weird because I actually collect comic books, so I have them literally. I'm surrounded by comic books and video games and board games right now. So this is actually really cool. I'll probably sleeve that up and add it to my collection. I probably won't leave it in here, to be honest. I'm going to put that aside right now. And but that's awesome. I love seeing comic books from board game people, just trying to flesh out the story a little bit more. I saw that with Dice Throne as well. They actually released a little comic book. I don't know if they're ever going to finish that series, though. At least the comic book. Anyway, let's get back into it. So we've got some boards here. Let's have a look at those. The Armory board and Dispatch board. So one of each. So again, that's going to just really. This is like basically the score tracker to try to get the 10 prestige, I believe. Objective Vault. Contract board, it doesn't look like it's going to scratch off or anything. So Crew Manifest, the Vault. So you got 2 of these. These are quite solid, so that's really good. You won't be damaging those anytime soon. Then we've got Command Terminals times 5. So they're probably just for each of the 5 players, I would say. Yep, they're all identical, each different color though. So again, same materials as the boards from before, so very solid. We've got some advertising maybe for their next game. So there you go, guys. Coming October 2020. Go check it out. All right, put that aside. Let's get into the cards first. Excellent. You love seeing cards that have the strip that you don't have to like bite into it or cut into it with scissors. It makes it all that much easier. All right, so what do we have here? There are quite a few cards. There's 45 contract cards, so these might be the here you go, action deck. So there you go, crew cards. So there's quite a few different types of cards. Very basic art, 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage. They're not all the same, so thrusters. So again, very basic on each of them. You don't need to always go over the top with your art. Like, you don't need an epic shield. You don't need to be different every time. This is basically just explaining what this does, and they do it through cards. So that's great. Sometimes tokens aren't the best way to go, and they would have figured that out, hopefully, when they were developing the game. So there we go. We've got those cards. Another deck here. It's looking very similar art though. Nothing over the top, and I think that was a part of the appeal. Was it had that simplicity to it. It wasn't too much over the top. Lets you really focus on the gameplay. Which I appreciate, which I do appreciate from time to time. Often I'm the type of guy that does get drawn in by the art, and as you can see, the box is quite appealing if you are into the space theme, but they don't really go too into it with over the top spaceships by the looks of it. So I appreciate that. And if you want the art, you've got the comic book right there to read. So again, we've got some more cards. Again, very basic. It's got that sort of patchwork finish to it, which is always nice. I probably would sleeve these up though, because this is the type of game that you play for 60 minutes to 2 hours, so an hour to 2 hours. So the cards are potentially going to get lots of wear, so these are the type of cards that I would probably sleeve up. All right, so this one's being a little bit more stubborn to open. Just got to get the flap up. There we go. I don't have any nails. I'm a nervous gamer. I like to bite my nails during loading screens. All right, there we go. So these are square cards, so you will need at least 2 types of card slips for this game. These are the ship parts. Again, they don't use massive drawings. Like, they're still really cool drawings. They're sort of realistic in a sense, but they don't use anything that's so overwhelming. And the cards, they look quite easy to understand as well. Quite easy to understand, and there's quite a few of these. So there's in this deck there looks like there is objective cards and ship parts. So yeah, because there's lots to do in this game. Look, we've already got 3 full decks of cards. 2 of the decks seem to be quite similar. Like, there's a lot of each, because you're obviously going to be taking a lot of damage and whatnot, or using actions with these cards by the looks of it. Again, correct us in the comments if I'm completely wrong. Oh, look, we've got another 2 packets. So again, it's a deck building game. So again, I completely forgot that. So again, obviously these get mixed into your deck and whatnot. Action deck. So there we go. Let's open this deck here as well. So again, I do these unboxings blind. I don't do too much research. I basically just have a quick look at the campaign. I have a look at the Kickstarter video. I have a look at how many people backed it. I like going to them blind because it's surprising for me. Basically, what I do when I back a Kickstarter game is I look at the video, I go, yep, that looks good, and I back it, and then I don't look at it ever again, because I want it, when it comes, to be a complete surprise to me when I start playing it. It's sort of like movies. I only watch maybe the teaser trailer, look if it's interesting, and if I like it, I'll watch it. All right, so turns. Here's the detail, a little bit more detail. What are these cards? Does it say? These are the contract cards. So there's 45 contract cards. So this is where more detail goes in. But again, it's not overly simplified art, but it's not confusing. This is very realistic looking, like what you would see in a space-themed TV show or movie. You would see these sort of images. So I think the art's really cool. It might be a little hard to tell what they are on the camera, but when you're having a look at them, again, there's not a lot of information. You can see, one of those, not a lot of information. So, not going to be overwhelming by the looks of it, which is something that I always appreciate, especially when we get so many board games. Like, you know what I mean? I got this one, Chronicles of Crime. It's not released yet. I've got to do a review for it soon. So like when I'm constantly learning all these board games, it's good to have a bit more simple games come from time to time. And this sort of it looks medium. Obviously, it's got a lot of gameplay to it, so it's going to be one of those medium games. I think a lot of strategy involved though. But if you're the type of person that doesn't like interaction, I'm not sure how that'll work with you. I know a few people on Tabletop Nights, they don't like player interaction heavy games. So I'm not sure if you guys would like that. If you are that type of person, me personally, I love player interaction. It's one of my favorite things. This is another action deck. So more basically the same shields. Oh, looks like we've got some players here, some human beings. So still part of the action deck. So a bit more art. So again, and it's not cartoony, it's not childish, it's realistic, it's sort of dark and gritty and what you would come to expect from a real proper space-themed board game. They're not ferrets like Star Fox flying out of space, and again, that's what sort of really actually drew me into this game. So again, these are all part of the action deck. You've got the turn order cards, which actually look really cool. I love the color of this game, the dark blue. Really like it. All right, let's get into more pieces. Let's have a look at the dice. So you got 4 D6 six-sided dice. Very very simple. Whoop. Let's have a roll. Oh, they roll so well. So you've got hit, 2 hits, and blank. Whether they're hits or not, I'm not sure. Hazard dice. Warning. All right, so this is the actual spaceships that we have here. Oh, cute. So they're, what's up, what's down? No, you can sort of tell what's up and what's down. Maybe not on this one so much. This one, oh yeah, it does sit. So I'll bring the board out from before. So I'm pretty sure, I'm looking at the overhead now, your ships sort of sit here. And they go up the basically the victory point count to the prestige track to go to victory, and that's what you would use. It is basically your player pieces for scoring in a sense. So they're really nice. They're cute. I like the sort of the baby blue as opposed to like harsh blue. It's sort of like a baby blue. It's the same with the pink, the purpley pink. It's not like a harsh pink that's going to like hurt your eyes every time you look at it. All right. Last but not least, probably the best part, in my opinion, probably what makes up the majority of the weight in here is the metal coins. Yeah, credits. All right, cool. So we've got 15 3 credits. So these are actual metal pieces, which you love to see. You love to see in board games, honestly. So this is the 3-pointer. Very cool. Look at that. Real currency. I could probably put that in the vending machine and trick the vending machine to think it's real currency. And so there's 15 of those, and then there's 25 1 credits. So again, I guess how normal deck builders work is you need you need currency to sort of buy more cards and whatnot. So plenty of silver coins to go around. These are worth 1 each. And what I'm really impressed with is the insert. It's obviously got a spot to put everything. So if you have a look in the top there, absolutely awesome, which you love to see. The back, lots of information on there. The rule book's nice and fat and thick, which is always a little intimidating. So obviously there's going to be a lot of learning, but you can see that there's, this is the glossary, so it looks confusing, but looks quite simple to learn. It's not going to be too overwhelming. You're just going to need to have a good amount of time to put aside and learn how to play. All right. That is Moonrakers. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let's see how the coins and whatnot fit back in. So will these all fit into here? Let's have a look. Maybe I got extras. So it looks like they do fit in nicely. Yeah, so everything will fit in nicely. You've got sort of the shield area. So if you have a look at the... no, they're not the shields. Here we go. Reactor cards. So I don't think they're meant to be shuffled in. So reactor cards sort of slide in there like that. And so on and so on. So, yeah. Excellent. I'm really excited to get into this game. This is where the tokens go for 5 of them. It's awesome. I'm really happy with that. Quite thrilled. So, IV Studios, good job. As soon as we get out of lockdown, hopefully we'll be seeing a playthrough of this game, because currently we can't have guest overs still. So hopefully in the future you will be seeing a playthrough of this game. But for now, you can live vicariously through us with the unboxing until you get your own copy. Maybe go out and source your own as well. All right, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit like on the video and subscribe if you're brand new here. You have to subscribe. There's no, I'm not taking no for an answer. Hit the sub button. We're trying to reach 3,000 by the end of the year. Probably won't happen because, yeah, just things happen, unfortunately. But yeah, hit the sub button, hit like. Let us know your favorite space-themed board game in the comments as well. Mine could be Moonrakers. You never know. All right, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, see ya.